Hey guys, what's up? Basketballer here. We are now on this first game for this April 17, 2022 NBA Game Day. That'll feature 4 playoff games. So we'll kick things off by talking about this game. Atlanta Hawks visiting Miami Heat, number 8 versus number 1 matchup. That'll be at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so that's going to be 1 o'clock a.m. here in Manila. I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Pasay Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on the bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. Alright? Well, again, this will be number 8 versus number 1 of the Eastern Conference. Miami Heat would have the home court advantage on this game. While in terms of momentum, I gotta say that, it's just all even. I mean, Atlanta Hawks, I'm pretty sure that they're pumped up. They have a lot of momentum coming onto this game because they had to go through that play-in tournament, and they were able to go through that tournament successfully, placing themselves at number 8, being in the playoffs right now, again, going through that play-in tournament, defeating Cleveland Cavaliers. At one point, I thought that Cleveland Cavaliers had it, but Atlanta Hawks had a very successful comeback, and here they are now against Miami. So now for Miami Heat, they ended the series. They ended the season with a bang, man. They are at number 1. They've been through a lot of issues. They've been through a lot of injuries. They've been through some fights within their team. But here they are now, still at number 1. So I'm pretty sure that their confidence is unquestionable, if you know what I'm saying. In terms of fatigue, well, both teams are coming off their rest. But of course, Atlanta Hawks just played maybe a couple of nights ago, while Miami has been resting ever since this play-in tournament has begun. Okay, let's take a look at the injury list then. Okay, starting with Atlanta Hawks. Clint Capella, he is actually listed as questionable. They still ain't sure what kind of injury he has, and prayers for Clint, of course. I hope that it's not something that's really serious. While for Lou Williams and John Collins, highly likely they would still not be available. Actually, right now they're still listed as out. I'm not sure. So for Hawks, we have 2 players listed out, possibly 3, depending on Clint Capella's status. Now for Miami Heat, hold on. For Miami Heat, PJ Tucker is down here, but he is actually expected, or he is in a probable status that he will be playing on the first game again against Atlanta. And we have Dedmon, Morris, and Hero listed on day-to-day or game-time decision. Okay, so that's for Miami Heat. In essence, nothing much serious for Miami Heat. The only ones serious that I'm seeing are for Atlanta Hawks. The availability of Collins and Williams. Now here we have with Capella. So again, I hope that everything will be going towards Clint Capella's way. Looking at the spread now, well, it opened up with -6 for Miami Heat. As we speak, it is still at -6 for the number 1 team. All right. Well, Atlanta Hawks, they're starting to have this reputation, or their tag as they're very good at game number 1s, and I mean, who can blame them? They are really very good at it. Even if they're not the home team, they are very good at it. Ever since they started to be in the playoffs, and that's my point. I mean, on this particular game, especially they're going up against Miami Heat. There's a reason as to why they became number 1 in the East, despite of the availability of the Milwaukee Bucks, the other teams, Boston Celtics, Chicago Bulls, etc., etc. There are a lot of other great teams, but it was Miami Heat which ended as the number 1 team, and there's a reason as to why they became the number 1 team. And Atlanta Hawks being the gate crasher at number 1, I think won't be enough for them to overlook it. For sure, Miami Heat will actually be extra cautious because of because of what's going on. For sure, Miami Heat would actually put extra effort, not just extra. They won't just be extra careful. They would put a lot of effort to make sure that that won't happen at their house. Now I'm looking at Miami Heat. Just like I said earlier, it seems like Tucker would actually be available. And with the situations of those three that I mentioned under game time decision, highly likely they will be joining. Now, Oladipo, I'm not sure if you guys noticed his games. I know he just played for, I don't know, several games for Miami Heat, but his last games were actually good. I mean, just imagine if Oladipo would actually be given more opportunities, especially here in the playoffs. Man, that would just add up to the burden of Atlanta Hawks, especially now that Collins and Capella's situations are on question. Now, for Miami Heat, they have a very smart coach in Spo. I'm pretty sure that they would take advantage of what Atlanta Hawks' problem is at the moment. And again, that's their paint. If they won't have Capella on game one, if Collins won't be there on game one as well, highly likely those two will not be available. If ever they will be playing, I'm pretty sure they're not 100% healthy. Man, Miami Heat will go ahead and attack the paint like they are, they are doing free throws, if you know what I'm saying. So, again, what I'm trying to say is that Spo is a very smart guy. They are the number one team. They got the fans behind him at this first game. They know that Atlanta Hawks is a very dangerous team. They are very good at in stealing game number one. So I know they would be extra careful. So I don't see any reason as to why Miami Heat would actually lose this. At the same time, I don't see any reason as to why Miami Heat would not cover the spread of -6, especially now that Collins and Capella's situations are out there in limbo. Okay, so my pick on this one would be Miami Heat -6. Heat -6. Peace out. Pase love and God bless.